So in case you didn't notice, with the chugs, you get that little bit of chink, chink, chink noise. It kind of comes in. That like little metallic thing in the background. Alright, so people are always like, dude, how do your chugs stay so tight? Alright, so I understand there's a lot of products out there, and I'm probably going to get people arguing with me, but honestly, this is about the amount of shit I give about your argument. I found what works, I stick to what works. I know people use hair ties, use condoms, whatever they're using. I use Gruv gear. So you have two options. You have the nut sock. Yeah, it's probably not the only time you've heard something called a nut sock, but this is different. Although, you could. Just saying. But this right here is the easiest of all applications, because you can take it from guitar to guitar. You just slap it up on your guitar right there at the nut. Give it a little bit of the business. Now you got it. You'll get that chink. Great, right? Simple solution. You can take it from guitar to guitar. But they actually have a better product. This works. There's nothing wrong with it. Everybody likes their nut sock. Yeah, I've never used it for my wiener. It's just funny to say that. Fucking weirdos. I know what you're thinking. You get these. The fret wedge. So, probably not going to be able to stick this on this because it's already strung. And the guitars I have it on it are, well, it compresses it. See how thick that is? So what happens is, this goes in underneath your strings. I don't know. Let's see if I can do it. This is going to be like an epic waste of your time, but let's give it a wing. Why not? I ain't got nothing better to do. If you want to just fast forward through this shit, probably would be a lot better for you. So I'm going to have to tune this thing afterwards. It's going to be a whole thing. So I am going to suck some time out of your life if you're holding on to this one. And I still don't know if I'm going to be able to get it underneath these strings without having to like completely take strings off. But we shall find out. We shall see. It's kind of awkward knowing I'm filming a video but we're not really playing or talking about anything. So what should we talk about? Oh yeah, let's talk about some of the gear faux pas that I've had as of late. I've had a couple pieces of gear come through that I truly didn't understand. And yeah, so when pointed in the right direction, which I think any decent person would do, I apologize to people I said some weird shit to. And also turned around and learned how to use the gear I was talking about. I'm going to do maybe a video full of some of these things, because personally I think it's funny. Because I've been doing this for quite a while, and I've played a lot of gear, and every piece of gear kind of gives its own little challenge. Especially like when it's not gear that's tailored to what you're doing. Like, I've only been using overdrive pedals for a very little amount of time. Believe it or not, I don't have much experience with overdrive pedals. So, the fact that I've fallen in love with them is kind of weird, because I was always that guy who's like, you don't need an overdrive pedal. Overdrive pedals are people that don't know what the hell they're doing with the gain. Yeah, if I could go back to that guy and slap him in the face and tell him he's stupid, I'd probably do it pretty damn quick. Just saying. So, I think this is a standard tune guitar. I think. So I half step down. Yeah, let's half step down. If this all goes well, which usually it does, I won't have much of an issue. Which is a G, so F sharp. Thinking out loud because I'm dumb. Surprised one of these strings haven't broke. It's a lot of stress for strings to go through. Darios, my friends, they last really well. They'll even put up with a bunch of dumb shit. Yeah, this is gonna be like the worst video of all time. Like, oh look, it's some asshole tuning a guitar. How is this Gruv stuff gonna help us again? Well, normally you would be filming a video, you'd already have this thing set up, but I don't know, part of me is like, let's show you how easy. Good, right? Just like that, my friends. That is my preferred choice. Granted, I have both, and that's how it looks, so it's not completely stupid looking. It's a little crooked, but I also slid it underneath strings, so it is what it is. I mean, probably I could loosen those back up and give her a little bit of straightening. It should be alright. But, I don't know. Seems to be doing all right where it is, so I'm gonna leave it alone. But yeah, just like that, and it doesn't make your guitar look horrible. I will say, for the best performance you're gonna get out of it, take your nut cover off. All right, so it sits nice and flush. You don't have to, because it has a sponge on the bottom of it that will absorb it. But I myself, I take the nuts off all my guitars anyway, just because of adjusting, so I don't have to take them on and off, on and off, on and off, so it doesn't wear the hole out or anything. Wear the hole out, son. Wear it out. Yeah, but anyhow, there you go. You got two things for Gruv gear. You got the wedge and the nut sock. I forget what they call it. Fret wrap. There we go. Nut sock. So fret wrap. The good part about this one, though, that I didn't show you because I don't noodle, there's a lot of guys that do the widdly widlies. Little shout out to RNA Music, Canton, Texas. Alright. Love those guys. As if you're doing something down in this neck of the woods. It right out. It keeps it all so you can, of course, know that. Keeps everything nice and clean. So you can slide it up and down your fretboard like so. Yeah, you get the idea. Alright, Gruv Gear. Go check them out. It's simple stuff. Everybody pretty much knows what this stuff is, but here's a little explanation of what they do. Again, I mean, they both have their uses. For me, I like the wedgie. Yeah, I like the wedgie. I don't know, just the wedge seems to work better for me. And you don't have to mess with it. It stays out of the way. No one's like, "What's that retarded looking thing on your neck?" I get asked that literally every video. It's like, is there really people who don't know what that is at this point? I mean, they've been around forever, but definitely. Links below to go to Gruv Gear. Their products work. They're a little pricey. A little bit. But they work. You're paying for something that works. Keep that in mind. So I think you get 2 wedges for 20 bucks. So it's like 10 bucks a wedge, but I don't know how long they last. I mean, mine are new. So I have no idea. For all I know, they're not going to last for shit. Alright, gear used. Gruv Gear. Imagine that. Fret wraps and fret wedge. That was a real fart. Solar Guitars GC TAW. It's a 1.6 TAW. Going into the Seymour Duncan Power Stage 200, into the Rev G4 pedal, and the Amp Tweaker tight drive. That's it. Nothing more. Later, man. Catch you in the next video and shit. Later.